Hello, welcome back. It has been a while, but we've got another game. So this is my High Elves game two for my High Elves. We're playing Amazons in this one, and yeah, I've been a week away for a week and just back. So I was down in the Peak District, which was quite nice, and actually saw some most of the coaches from this league in person in some of that time, which was nice. But yeah, so we're playing Hives against Amazons. We had a draw against Nurgle. Our first game out, the Amazons beat Skaven team in a league 3-0 in what was a bad game for the Skaven. They didn't have a lot of team left at the end and didn't have that much of their team to take into game two either. But here we are, so we're defending. I think I won the kick and chose that. No, I didn't. The Amazons won the kick and chose to receive. We've got one fame, High Elves. We've got no levels on this team, so it is just the two blitzers, two catchers, thrower, and then topping up with linemen kind of setup. I've set up like this to try and play aggressively, like I was talking about in game one. I like to try and get between the ball carrier and the rest of the team. So that's why I've got catchers in here who are protected, blitzers here as well to try and make a hole. And if I manage to roll blitz on the kickoff, I can do that before the Amazons even get a chance to move. So that's why I'm set up that way. Amazons also have, no, they do have two levels. They've got 2+ movement players, so a lino and a blitzer. Do get a blitz. And I do one little error here. This was this game was about a week and a half ago now, but I do remember this problem because this knockdown I put there, which is in my way, but because before that, or I need that square really to get my catcher under the ball, and I can still get there, but it's like 4+, 2+, and then a couple more 2+s to get in under here. But if I had that square free by knocking back one of these two, I had a 2+ dodge across that corner. So that was an error. That was what I was meant to do, but I didn't realise that blocking that square was going to make it harder. So I think in the end I didn't go for standing under the ball, but trying to stand near it. Yeah, trying to make the most of that. So just creating a little L shape here, pointing towards the Amazons, because that's quite difficult to blitz without committing players and getting them stuck in base contact. The catcher does come through. He stands next to the ball, but not under it. And the ball is, yeah, it's quite a good scatter for the Amazons, so they've got but they do have to pick that up. Probably before throwing some of these unsafe dice. Yeah, prioritising the line of scrimmage, but if they hit a quad skulls here, I'm taking that ball and scoring. Do grab it, just managed that with sure hands. Make a throw. And that's a quick blitzer down there already. So if they go for a quick score, that's kind of okay with me, because then I'll still have 7 turns to score back. But I will need to make sure I do that. So my turn. So quite possibly an overcommitment, but like I said, I don't mind them scoring fast. They've done a pretty good job of screening here, so I need to make sure I've got players back in this area to make it really difficult for them to just hold the ball down here without scoring, to try and make them score in turn 2, and that will give me a 7-turn attacking drive to try and make the game level by half time. That's the position I'm in, so I'm leaving players down here as scoring threats in case something goes wrong here and I get the ball. And being tougher than the Amazons, I'm quite happy to sort of engage them and mark players up. Giving myself 2 dice where I can, so this thrower is going to get an assist on that block. And now moving players over here. because I'm not going to be able to blitz the ball carrier. I think I'm looking at blitzing this this liner here. So I should maybe, I think if I'd done earlier on, I could have got players more into this area for more pressure. That's just a push. Let's try and go for it there. Do you get a power from the thrower? And grab a nice early knockout. So it's probably, if anything, is more encouragement for the Amazons to score because then they're down players. They do have a bench, so there'll be 11 next drive, even if the recover from knockout fails. But as it stands, the ball's not safe, and we've got some more blocks being thrown, kind of getting away with some stuff here. Yeah, so it's another 2 dice block without block. So knocking's players over, but this could go horribly wrong. And if it does, it's not the dice's fault that it goes horribly wrong. It's kind of poor management of keeping the ball safe. But that does go in turn 2, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. So I get a nice long drive to try and level the game by half time. There we go. So knockout player was back, so still full teams for everybody. I'm only on 11 with my more expensive team. Amazons started with 12. They did have a player die in their first game, but they replaced it. It was just a lineman, and they got a new one. Wouldn't have been that one because that was an MVP. But yeah, all the ones with no points. What did I do here? Oh yeah, I tried so I had a lineman on 5 points and a catcher on 4 points. And I think it was this drive, wasn't it? Yeah, I went for a withdrawn offence, colloquially known as the DACA. But I hadn't done it before, so I thought it would be fun to try, because I'm in a situation where I know I'm faster than my opponent, and if I can draw them onto me, make a hole and get through, I think they won't catch me. That was the plan. But while I'm doing that, I can throw the ball around between these players and hopefully level them both. That's three successful passes will get me 2 levels. So I'm planning to do that. But opening up with the blitzers. Should probably not have followed that up, really. And that's an injury. That's some first points on one of our blitzers, which is great. Just badly hurt. But now go for the pass because it's kind of one of the important things I want to do. And even if I've dropped the ball down here, the Amazons can't reach it. Okay, thrower is back there. Do level that lineman, which is good. I want a kick player, so that's going to be the level unless I roll a double. And just passing this one along the line. Haven't yet blitzed, have I? Yeah, so just a bit of protection here to try and hold the Amazons back a bit. And yeah, that's a blitz, so I can withdraw the catcher back here. And this one back as well. I wondered if maybe it was the second half I did withdraw the offence. Maybe it was. Like I said, this was about a week and a half ago, so struggling to remember all the details. That's done there. And then, yeah, so I think maybe it was at this point, maybe it was at the point that my next turn started, where I looked at this, it was like I need to create space somehow, so I dropped back. I wonder if it was that turn. I think it is, yeah. So I want another catcher back there, because when I throw the ball, I want to re-roll the catch. So that's going to give me a nice 2+, then 2+ with a re-roll for a point on this one. And yeah, I have withdrawn my team. draw the Amazons forward onto me. Yeah, and then I've got the one stunned player back here who's a bit stuck. Okay, so to throw, looking for a point. Gets a point, so he's now 1 point off a level. So Amazons need to come forward. They do a good job here of keeping a pretty solid line with no gaps, no 2 dice blocks to get through. So I can probably find 2 dice on here, but the gap between the teams is just a bit too much at the moment for me to get much of my team through and then protect the ball on the other side. Yeah, so there's a couple of places I can find 2 dice, but it's not really at a point I can break through. So I'm going to retreat a bit further. This is for a level. Oh no, so it's this guy, isn't it? So when he throws out, that'll be for a level. But that's a 1 in 36 failure. I can get out of the way quite quickly. Only a double 1 there is going to cause a turnover. We have the ball down here. What I don't want to do is just retreat into a corner, because that's really easy for the Amazons to just surround me and leave no way through. I do need to keep some width. Probably haven't really done enough. I think this is a bit narrower than it should be. But I'm looking for a pass here for the level. And because that's the main thing I want to do this turn, I want to throw a reroll at it. Inducements, incidentally, I think 90,000 down, so I chipped in another 10 to get another reroll. So they're holding this space down here, and they're quite advanced. This quicker player. But now the gap between the two teams is quite is pretty close together. So if I can make a hole, there's a lot of my team I can get through, which is the idea. And they're staggering these to make it difficult to get 2 dice. So go for a 1 dice blitz here. I do get that down because that's a block player. So I think I was initially looking at, can I break around this way, but then that kind of made that not that easy. I think I was looking at a surf here as well. I think that is something I was going to go for. No, I decided not to because I need the blitz here. So this is the point where I can get an assist. I just need to tag this player out as well. And then that's 2 dice. Find a power. And that is a hole, although I do need to chuck a dice to dodge through there. Either of these squares, actually. Yeah, this square and this one. So I need to throw a lot of dice at this to get it to work, but I'm sort of committed to the play now. So yeah, roll some 2 pluses and see if I can get through. They have kept this blitzer deep, so I can't just run through and then screen. I need to protect against this player as well. So thrower coming through to make the pass and gets it to that blitzer. Second turn in a row, I failed a catch. Need to throw a reroll like that. There's a 1 in the throw as well, but the pass skill gave me that reroll. And there I'd blocked my path through, so I had to make a 3+2+. So loads of dice needed for that to work. But I get through. I've left the Amazons behind me, and because they're slower, they've got quite a way round to get back and try and block my path here. But I've got 3 turns and I need to make sure I get the ball down the field. So drop that quick blitzer right back. So it's always going to have to be someone that I'm looking to do something about, to protect the ball carrier against. Okay, so we get a 1 dice pal there and get off the touchline. And we go 1 dice on here. That's a pushback. No, it's not a pushback there. He rolled it and got to the both down. And that's a knockout on my lineman who's levelled. So safe for now, that level. And that is a marker on the ball carrier, and that's a skull on that one dice. So that gives me this player back, which I might need next turn. And that could just be the player who blitzes here, maybe, to get a pushback. No, I just dodged the ball away. I think I looked at it for a little while, looked at where I was going to need my blitz, and I think I decided, I guess I decided I needed the blitz somewhere else. So the best line of play, dodge the ball carrier first. With a team reroll, that's 1 in 36 to ruin everything. So I decided not to. So I've got a screen over here. I've got 2 more turns after this. So I am pushing it a bit to get to the end zone with this guy, but this catcher is ahead if I need him. Yeah, so looking to just screen here. Again, throwing quite a lot of 2+s here, so inevitably at some point one of them is going to go wrong. And that gets someone down the pitch who can kind of screen from this player and also throw one nice block there, but also be a potential additional scoring threat. And then chuck a couple of 1 dice blocks in the end, and one came up as a skull. Yeah, if you throw enough dice, you're going to get some ones. That's how it works. So 1 in 9 re-rolled into a pushback. Amazons do still have two re-rolls, which is surplus. If there's 1 turn left, they can use those re-rolls in. This is the blitz, it looks like. I'll come from this way. Yeah, it's a pushback, and that's going to be a marker on the ball carrier. No, haven't followed up. Follow up there instead. And I remember the next turn very well. So that's if I'll go for it. Uri, we need to re-roll this turn. And much like me, obviously, a 1 is going to come up eventually. Right, so here. I'm moving this guy first. So I think what I was doing is looking at moving this catcher out the way around here to make sure I've got a scoring threat in position. This lineman 2, 4, 6, 8 can reach with 2 go for it if I need to. After that catcher's out the way, I think I'm looking at mark this one, use this lineman to come there, and surf that blitzer. Then move my blitzer down here, probably give the ball to this catcher who's going to be in scoring position, and then screen. That's my plan for the turn. So I do make a couple of safe moves early on, get a marker on here, mark this player here in preparation for that surf, move this one as well, and then what I do here, yeah, it's the catcher now, is I double clicked this move, which I'm still doing and still not checking properly the path. And obviously at this point I've realised I've given myself a go for it. And this is the moment I think the game pivots on. The go for it that I shouldn't have taken and wouldn't have if I was playing properly, paying attention, and not just double clicking away. Like click the square, click it again quickly, ignore the warning that that's what you're doing. And I've left the ball exposed. I've got 1 scoring threat who really should be the blitz this turn. Although I think the Amazons are looking at can we score still. So maybe they want to use a blitz on the ball carrier. But this guy has to be marked. Like you can't just leave him there, because if they don't get the ball, he can still score and it can still be 1-0 at half time. If you stop him scoring, you're up at half time, whether it's 1-0 or 2-0. But yeah, very much exposed here. They've got an assist they can come in with here. Don't even need the blitz on the ball carrier actually, do they? So yeah, they probably should have blitzed this guy. There's a double skulls, but then get the ball down second time of asking. But I managed to catch the bounce, which is nice. So now I've still got, they're going for a blitz on the ball carrier with 1 dice. It's just a push, they used to reroll already. But I can push into here, that's another 1 dice. Don't think I can get a marker on here. Yeah, so he's in there. But yeah, this lineman's free. If I can get the ball thrown to him, he's 3 2+s to score. Should really have been marked or blitzed. And this is quite tricky to get out of, but I had a good go at finding a way. Because we're all quite bunched up, you've got chain pushing coming into consideration. I can't remember what I did here, and I'm not sure I can really see it. What did we have? And that square, no, that square is empty. I think I looked at, it's still a lot of dice, but I think I looked at trying to push the ball carrier out to here. And then it's just 3+2+ to dodge away. I've got no team rerolls left, so I'm still asking a fair amount. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2+2+. A couple more 2+s, and it's 1-all. I can't see where the pushes are here as it stands. So catcher comes in that way. Oh, he needed 3+2+. That's it. Get the power. Push him in there. It's a bit better. Oh no, I failed a dodge. Okay, yeah, I think what I was looking at was making a T shape by putting him in there. So he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I push it into there, that way. And then he's got, yeah, 3+2+ from that square with that, this thrower in that square. That was what I was trying for. 3+2+. 2+ to throw, 2+ to catch. Actually, probably a handoff by that point because I've moved him an extra square forwards. Yeah, the score was still on there. It just, yeah, it needed a lot of dice and I didn't get them. But I should not have been in that position. It's completely my fault. And the frustrating thing is it wasn't really a Blood Bowl mistake so much as a specifically Blood Bowl 2 mistake of not paying attention to where my player is moving. Throwing an accidental go for it. When you've got no team rerolls left, that's always going to be a 1, isn't it? So yeah, my fault. I'm down 1-0. The Amazon scored quickly. It should be 1-all. It should be 1-all, and I should have the ball in the position to win. But I messed it up. Obviously, it's an annoying time to throw a 1, but it's my fault. It was there at all. So my options at this point are try and draw the game at 1-all, hold the ball for the whole half, score late, make it 1-all, or score quickly. They get a blitz. Ball is too deep for them to get to because they're quite slow. But yeah, I can try and score quickly, then turn her over, and then try and go for the win. But that's probably that would most likely be a 2-1 defeat if I went for that, I think. So I should mention as well that the coach I'm playing is when I did that tally up of our records over 4 seasons is second on the records. So this was always going to be a tough game, and assuming that I'm going to be able to get a chance to turn them over and score again is probably not a great idea. So I should probably be looking at a 1-all draw as a best case scenario at this point. But they're down here. Ball is not at all safe. So I'm trying to free players up with safe blocks. So that frees up this lineman, who I should now be moving over here. And I know I didn't, I do move him over here to try and block that. So they've at least got to roll some dice to try and get the ball. And now I'm trying to free up another couple of players. But I hit are both down, and then are both down on skull with a not block player. So it's 1 in 81 chance that happens, but I think the thrower picking up the ball first is probably a better shout, and I don't know, maybe I roll 1, re-roll, roll another 1, and he drops the ball, but I've at least got a tackle zone on the ball at that point. So here they just come free up this player, and I think this is a pretty easy score from this point. So the blitz contributed to them getting in that advanced position, but we've had 1 each in this game now. I can't complain about that. And the ball was not safe enough before I'm throwing that block. And I was doing it because all I wanted was a pushback to give me 2 more players without rolling any further dice. And the best chance of getting them free was to just push this person away. And that gives me more players to fall back here and protect the ball. But I had to throw it here. I should have just gone and done that first, I think. So I do fail the pickup, and they got 4 rerolls. And I can't remember if they rub this straight in or not. I think they don't. Yeah, trusting that that's far enough away. Now I can get 1 dice on the ball here. It is 3+2+, and it's not a block player, so it's basically 3+2+, 6+. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that, because I'd need a pal just straight up. That's the best player I've got on the ball, but I don't know. I think maybe I'm seeing the game is already lost at this point. That does free this player up. Yeah, okay. Throw in another block first. What am I doing? Oh, he's blitzing. Okay. Okay, this is trying to free up my thrower. Double skulls. Nice. That's another 1 in 81. Block 2 turns in a row. And then I do throw both those dodges anyway and get there. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have just made that blitz as a sort of desperate action. Another dodge fell there, but I'm throwing so many dice that yeah, some of them are going to be ones. That's fine. I do have to roll some dice. And if this does go wrong, I do have a marker on the ball. Maybe fancy my chances at surfing the splitzer. If any of these are a turnover. I don't think they were. This is going to be a blitz on my thrower. Oh, which is a double skulls. Yeah, so hitting a 1 in 81 there would have been pretty bad for them. And I'd have looked at, yeah, because if that was down, well, if it was double skulls again, it's down there. We've got this guy in here for the assist. Thrower pushes to there, follows up. Lineman comes in, surfs the blitzer. But it didn't work out, and they score to make it 2-0. So not going well. And I'm probably looking at where can I get star player points. So making sure I score a touchdown. Maybe try and do it as quick as possible so that I do still have the chance to maybe try and make it 2-2. But that's probably the best I can hope for at this point, and that's already asking a lot. I think losing 2-1 is far more likely. Do get my knocked out player back, so I'm playing with... Oh no, that was another knocked out player there. Or has he just not come back? It's a quick step. No, it's another knocked out player. That happened in the last drive. So I was quite happy with this. So quick snap was just to move the throw back there. Do get a tackle zone on the ball straight away this time. And opening up with the blitzer means I can use block. Find a power on that one. I think I'm looking for my blitzer to come and make an actual blitz. Grab a knockout there, which is helpful. There's the assist. Yeah, blitzer's going to hit here. With block, that's obviously safer than this one, so we do that first. And try and shut down this wing a bit. Catcher comes back in there. And this, they can just maybe pass that line along a bit. No, push that away because I want the catcher free. Bit of protection there, although that's probably a good blitz target for them. Grab the ball. I don't want to hold it on the touchline, so throw it to that catcher, and it's also generating points up for my thrower. He's on 3 now. Yeah, that is a blitz on that catcher over there, which is an injury, which you do not like to see. That's the catcher who levelled earlier in the game. Just a badly hurt though, so it'll be fine. And now I have to watch this. Need to find my way through here somehow, but with these players deep in my half already. So they're trying to play like I like to when I'm on defence and cut my team in half, or in 2. Not exactly in half. I am on 9 players. And they're on 10. So keeping up slightly with their removal rate, but I need to get the ball nice and safe up here, so it looks like I'm doing quite a tight cage. What's this thrower going? 2, 3, 4, 5 there. I can blitz in here. Yeah, there wasn't a good blitz target here because I could only get 2 dice, I think, on this one. But that would pull 2 players quite a long way that way, so that means the blitz had to be here to sort of watch my back a bit. This guy out here is a bit of an outlet. If I can get some points on him, that would be great. There's a catcher holding the ball. I maybe want to get it back to my thrower so I can make it a pass. Okay, so VB in there. Yeah, crowding that out, so I don't have an easy push away there. I do always have the outlet of just a handoff over here if they can keep this player unmarked, which they haven't, so thrower is marked. And I'm marking him as well to not give me an easy out there. So yeah, it's pretty good play from the Amazon coach. I was going to say really good play and then change my mind, but it is really good play. Like spotting all the things I can do, anticipating them and shutting them down. So the handoff to the thrower is 3+. I haven't got 2 dice there because of this assist, so I need to shut down that assist and then do 2 dice there to try and free my thrower up. But if I get stuck with the pushback, which because I got dodge is fairly likely, it's going to have to go there. So I think I look at filling that gap in. So then I've got square and I can push into this one, or I can push them that way anyway, into one of those 2 squares rather than just this one. And that means my thrower's free for a 2+ handoff. And I think that's my way out of this with the ball being marked. So I had to make a dodge there to cancel that assist. Now I've got 2 dice on this catcher. It is just a push, so if that guy wasn't in there, thrower's still marked. And I'm probably looking at instead 2+ dodge here. So blitz is there, find a power from that lineman. And I want to be able to get the ball to this blitzer is what I'm looking at, because I am looking for a quick score to try and keep the game alive a bit. The thrower comes all the way around here to make a pass, which is cool, and now I can run this way. And I think, what am I leaving on? It's 1 dice. I think I'm just trusting in that only being 1 dice and hoping for the best, which is sort of what I'm reduced to because it was a pretty solid. I couldn't get many players through to protect the ball. That's if I'll go for it to try and put an assist in place. Okay, so they're going to have to go without a reroll on the blitz. It is 55% for the knockdown, which I don't find, so start with the pushback. And I do have 2+ dodge as my sort of fallback plan if I can't do anything better. With the team reroll, it's 35 times out of 36. I'm gonna score next time. But yeah, maybe if I can get a 2 dice over here for a blitz, that's going to be better odds than that even. So why not try that if I can? But I don't think I can reach anyone else because he's got a dodge. Yeah, that's it. I basically end up in the situation where anything to try and make that better, I'm going to have to throw a dodge anyway, so I might as well just throw a dodge with this way and make sure I score. That was a both down, which injured my lineman and stuns the Amazon, and that is a miss next game. No apothecary for me yet. This late on in the game, I might have considered throwing an apothecary at that to try and protect the next game. Yep, so do roll a 1. Decided that was my best play. Roll a 1. Need the team reroll to make sure that's 2-1. So I'll get some points on that blitzer, make it 2-1. Pretty low on players now. I think I'm on 9 if my knockout wakes up. Have injured an Amazon, of course. Their knockout comes back and they've got a bench, so they're still on 11. That's my 2 injuries. Can't remember what happens with the knockout. No, it stays down. So I'm on 8 players. 8 players against 11. they've got the ball and they're already 1-up, so probably not going to be 2-2 at this point. Yeah, so they've got fast blitzer here. They've got 3 turns. This fast blitzer is 3 points off another level as well. So good scoring candidate. Who else they've got as a level liner in there? Yeah, points on the blitzers for Amazons is good priorities to make, but good to spread them around rather than just have one blitzer go nuts leveling. I think all the other blitzers have no points actually. Yeah, just this one on 13. I think scored the second touchdown as well in this game. That's 1 dice there. I don't know if that was an accidental 1 dice. We got away with it. My lineman who's levelled, who I shouldn't have on the line, it should be this one. Push this lineman around a bit. And gets him down. Is he flashing? I've selected it. Okay. Right, so getting players forward to be scoring threats. I can't deal with them all, so it looks pretty good for them scoring another one at this point. Got that throw and catch. Might have been good to put a player in here before in case the ball was dropped, because I could get it, and then if either of these players dropped it, I'd fancy my chances of getting it. Actually, more the blitzer, if the blitzer had caught it. And this is pretty familiar to turn 1. Or it's pretty similar to turn 1, pretty familiar from turn 1, I guess you could say. I think I have a play on the ball here, though. They haven't got as many players through to screen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and go for it. So I can get 1 dice on the ball fairly easily without having to roll stupid dice. I need to tag this one out. Don't know if maybe this square. I don't think that square is available for an assist, but I know I can get 1 dice on the ball. It's a 1 in 6 knockdown. I've got a blitzer back here in case it goes wrong. I want the thrower available to get the ball if possible. So that is that one tagged out. Throws back there. Oh, throws back there as an assist. Okay, so I can get 2 dice on the ball. I've got no re-rolls, so I need this to come off. But yeah, get some 2 pluses. But managed to not get the ball down. Another 1 in 81, another skull both down. I think at the time it hadn't felt like I was rolling those all block dice. But looking back on it, it's like, ooh, that could have been better. Yeah, good use of a chain push to block this guy in a bit more, and it also losing 2 dice there. That gives him 2 dice there as well. That 2 dice is safer because that's a blitzer, so they did have to use a reroll there, their last one. And there's not a lot going on with the ball at the moment, so all the priorities over here. I have a catcher in scoring position. If I can put this ball on the floor, I've got a thrower here and I've got a catcher here. This could still be 2-2. And that is a turnover and the ball's still marked. So a power here, I could see the ball scatter off the pitch. I don't know if I want it there though. I can't think how I played this, I can't remember. I know I've got the catcher there. I know I want the thrower to have the ball. Do find a power with that, so do it there because I want it on the pitch. Don't follow up because I don't want to accidentally catch it. That's a great scatter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a 5+ throw, I think. Yeah, it's a 5+, but fail it. And for the second game running in turn 16, safe throw means that my thrower's left holding the ball rather than fumbling it. Yeah, because that modified down to a 1 with -2 on the long pass. Yeah, needed a 5 on one of those 2 dice. And then needed a 2 on that dice, and then it was 2-2. So that's how close the Amazons came to throwing that game away by not dealing with the ball, doing all this other stuff and leaving the ball unsafe, not marking this guy. That could have been 2-2 quite easily. But as it turned out, it wasn't. The ball stuck there for the turn. And now I have to make sure I'm protecting the ball as best as I can. And all I can really do is try and put some bodies in the way here. So that catcher, who was no use over there anymore, came back here to try and offer a bit of a screen. And then I'd try and do that. It's a fairly easy 2 dice on the ball for them. And they've got this lino who can still score. I think personally I'd have gone this one, dodge out there and there, blitz that way, and then you've got the thrower to come collect the ball, make the pass to this lino. I think that's probably the better way round. I do get the power there, but now they need someone who's not got sure hands and pass to pick up and throw the ball, which is going to be this blitzer, who does pick up the ball and does make the pass and does make the catch. So all the things happened that they needed. Throw one last block there, which could have ended the game. 2, 4, 6. They still need to go for it, actually, this person as well. They've got no rerolls left and needs another 2+, which does happen. So yeah, it doesn't all come down to the dice. Obviously, I messed things up, but it was very close there to being 2-2 if some of the dice had gone the other way around. But that is how it works, and you have to account for that as you play the game. So it ended 3-1. Not an amazing game for me at all. I pointed out the errors as I made them, and I think I don't think I learned anything from that that I hadn't realised at the time. I knew what I was messing up then. And it finished 3-1, so not a good one. Not a good one in terms of the game. We're massively outblocked, which I think I kind of expected. But kind of kept up in terms of removals. It was 4 each, 2 of those were injuries. And quite good for development of my team. So I leveled 2 players, and I got points on both of my blitzers. And my throwers kind of coming along okay. 3 passes in 2 games isn't bad. And yeah, I don't think Dice had a lot to answer for, because it was the game did pivot on that that one that I threw in, I think turn 7. But it's annoying that a 1 came up then, but it was my fault. It shouldn't have happened. I should have rolled that dice. So I'm not blaming the dice for it, because it's my fault, and that's how it works. So obviously it's been ages. 2 other games have been played. So that Skaven team who got battered by the Amazons in their first game had they had a Rat Ogre, a Storm Vermin, and 3 Loner Linemen, and then their normal Linemen. That was the whole team, but they managed to win that 2-1. That pivoted on a double skulls. That's what both coaches are saying. That game pivoted on double skulls. I don't remember. I did watch it back, and I don't actually recall the exact circumstances, but that is what happened. I think they were trying to throw a block before running the ball in to score. Had no rerolls, and it came up a double skulls, and that changed the game. But it's the same as what I was pointing out with the Amazons. Like, they got all this stuff. The ball's not safe. They're throwing all these blocks. For the Amazons, they're fine. They got away with it for the most part. The humans didn't, and that's how it can flip. Nurgle also beat Chaos, and that 2-0. So this is the team I played last week and got 1-1 draw. Chaos won their first game, but lost that one 2-0. This one was three injuries that happened quite early. We got these 3 injuries inflicted were all in the first, I think, 6 turns, and then it was just all uphill for the Chaos from there. And they kept it to 2-0. I don't know, against maybe a quicker team opponent, that it might have been a bit of a runaway. So it was 2-0 in the end. Couple of bad MVPs. Well, not that bad. You want Beastmen levelling anyway, but no one levelled from that. And Rotter getting MVPs, they're good. But yeah, let's have a look at the 6 teams so far. This game is late. It should have been played by Sunday, but I think they're playing Tuesday night this week, and then we can roll around and start getting the next games played. But the 6 team who's played 2 games so far, can have a look at those, see how they're coming along. One of those injuries, was a bad one. It was a minus armour on this warrior. They've got a block Beastman from the first game, but that's their only level so far. So they're going to have a loner beastman next time, be down a warrior. Won't be an easy game for them next. And this this warrior is now vulnerable and may not last. I don't know if maybe when got apothecary already. So if they can get 50k from their next game, maybe they just replace that straight away for that 100. So humans who've had a draw and a defeat so far, but in that have managed to get loads of levels on players. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 players have levelled. 2 with Mighty Blow, 2 with Tackle. I've got this team next. I'm quite concerned about facing 3 Mighty Blow players. I'm going to have a loner because I've got a missing next game lineman. They've got a missing next game catcher. So I'm also going to have a loner. We're going to be really close in team value. There won't be any inducements. But that's where we are next, and that's how they're doing. So 2 Mighty Blow blitzers, a tackle blitzer, and a tackle lineman, which is pretty good for development for 2 games, especially when they're without a win yet. I did level 2 players. So took kick on that lineman. The catcher who level took dodge. Both my blitzers having points now is great, and I'll be looking to get more points on them as soon as possible. I throw us up to 4 passes as well, so hopefully level next game just from chucking the ball twice. That's what I'll be looking to do. And yeah, like I said, we're down a lineman next time. We bought an apothecary after that game as well, which is really helpful. But we'll be back on 2 rerolls for that next game because of no inducements. Skaven have got players coming back, so they had a Storm Vermin and a Gutter Runner missing their last game. They had a Gutter Runner die in the first game. They've got 2 Line Rats down for the next game as well, so they're going to be on 3 loners again. Almost certainly saving up for another Gutter Runner. They've got an apothecary now though. The level they had was a Storm Vermin who scored both touchdowns and got MVP from that game against the humans and took strength 4. So strength 4 Storm Vermin is quite scary. Nurgle, I don't remember if they had anyone else level or not. Yes, they did. They had Pestigore, who scored, I think, both touchdowns in that game. Had one from the first game as well, but took dodge on a double. So 2 levels so far, both been doubles. Leader Rotter and Dodge Pestigore. They bought a nice goat name. Bought another Pestigore. They had a Rotter die, so they're still on 11 players, but they had enough to buy another Pestigore. It's down to 4 Rotters. So if they start losing Rotters during the game, they might have to put something good on the line. But I guess it'll be the Beast. Beast picked up another casualty as well. He's on one casualty off. This warrior got 2 casualties in that game, which is good going. But yeah, maybe needs to start getting some warrior touchdowns to level those. Dark Elves and Undead are the ones playing next. Amazons, what did they have? They did have players level. But what did they get? A block line woman and a guard line woman. There we go. It's those 2 who levelled. This splits are still 3 off. This one threw the pass at the end. And they're looking. Oh, the throw had sure hands in that game. Yeah, so they got that first line. I missed that at the beginning of the game, so they had the 2 movements and the sure hands on there. But yeah, there we are. We have that one more game to go, which is Undead against Dark Elves. I think due tomorrow. And then next game week, we've got Dark Elves against Amazons. We've got Undead against Nurgle, Chaos against Skaven, and I've got Humans. That's Humans, High Elves. This is how we stand at the moment. I'm way down here. Could slip even lower and be bottom by the time game 3 runs around. But yeah, that's where we are.